What did you think the first time you heard you got cloned?
At first I thought it was a joke, but then when it started building, I just, talking about within 20 or 30 years, and there was so much a possibility. I was like, damn, not only is my life gonna change, my career gonna be over.
I've been infatuated with jewelry since a young age. I think I got my first piece when I had to be like 6 or 7, maybe 8.
Well, I was planning to give my brother a watch. It was his birthday. Mm-hmm. And that was the one who they thought was a random fan. I'm one of a kind, man.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'm like a tourist attraction. I'm like the 7th wonder of the world. So
my father was a con man. He always trick people out of money and jewelry. And I go to school and I'd be the only kid that'd have a necklace.
Well, I had to get the money to somebody. Mm-hmm. So I trusted her. It really doesn't surprise me, man, because I always been an enigma.
Right. Hello.
And I always been just, I always been so many rumors about it.
I brought 3 of my diamond bracelets. Take off Offset and Quavo.
If you keep looking back, you're going to trip going forward. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't just worry about the past. And I'm not even being fun. I feel I'm like, you get one of these every generation.
Right.
And I'm that one. When I first got out, of course, I was on house arrest for 3 months, so I couldn't really see nobody. It was just go.
This is what you call the big dog.
Gucci Mane's latest news is about to get real messy. Imagine having it all: fame, money, and an empire built from nothing, only to nearly lose it all through chaos, crime, and betrayal. That's exactly what happened to Gucci Mane. From lethal feuds and endless arrests to rumors so wild they included cloning, Gucci Mane's scandal update is a roller coaster that would leave anyone dizzy. How did a rapper rise from dealing drugs as a teen to becoming the face of trap music, only to almost destroy himself? Who really betrayed Gucci Mane? And was his feud with Young Jeezy about more than just music? Today we're diving into the shocking, scandal-filled journey of a hip-hop legend who turned tragedy into triumph. But how did things get so crazy? And what went down behind the scenes that no one talks about? Let's break it down. Born Roderick Davis in Bessemer, Alabama, Gucci Mane wasn't exactly destined for stardom. He came from a working-class family with deep military roots, but his early life was anything but stable. When Gucci was just a baby, his father fled to Detroit to avoid the law, leaving him and his older brother behind. This wasn't your typical childhood. Gucci's father was a well-known hustler who left Gucci more than his street instincts. He gave him the nickname Gucci, after his own admiration for luxury brands. Raised mainly by his mom, Gucci moved to East Atlanta as a kid. He jumped into street life early, selling drugs by the time he was a teenager. In fact, Gucci Mane's first big move into dealing started when he took $50 from his mom at Christmas to buy crack. Yes, Christmas money turned into drug money real quick. By 2001, Gucci had his first major arrest after selling to an undercover cop. He got 90 days in jail and probation, but this was just the beginning. As his rap career started taking off, his legal problems only got worse. Gucci Mane was dropping mixtapes and building a name when he got into a major feud with rapper Young Jeezy. They had a hit together called So Icy, but the trouble started when Jeezy thought the song would be on his album. Gucci took it for himself, released it independently, and things turned ugly. Jeezy was furious and publicly placed a $10,000 bounty on Gucci's chain through a diss track called Stay Strapped. Gucci wasn't having it. He fired back with Round 1, accusing Jeezy of being fake and declaring war. Soon after, the feud turned violent. In spring 2005, Gucci was chilling at a woman's house when 4 armed men broke in. They were after Gucci's famous diamond-studded ice cream chain. Gucci grabbed a gun, shot one attacker named Henry Lee Clark III, aka Pookie Lock, who died from his injuries. Pookie was linked to Jeezy, turning their music beef into something deadly serious. Gucci claimed self-defense and was cleared of murder charges, but now he was seen as more than just a rapper. He was considered a real-life gangster. This deadly feud set off a chain reaction of drama and violence in Gucci Mane's life. In July 2005, Gucci assaulted a club promoter with a pool stick. He got 6 months in jail and a whopping 62 years of probation. Yeah, 62 years. But Gucci couldn't stay out of trouble. He barely completed any of his required community service, got busted for drugs and gun charges repeatedly, and his probation kept getting revoked. He even robbed his own friend over $400, threatening him at gunpoint. The arrests kept piling up: DUI, assault, probation violations. Gucci Mane seemed to always land back behind bars. By 2010, Gucci faced charges after punching someone right in front of cops during a roadside argument. He was also arrested during a raid at rapper Waka Flocka Flame's house when police found weed and guns. And the scandals got darker. Gucci Mane's scandal update reached a whole new low when he pushed a woman out of his moving car after she refused his creepy offer of $150 for hotel time. She sued and won $58,000. Gucci did 3 months in jail for that mess. If you think that's wild, just wait. Gucci had another famous feud, this time with rapper Yo Gotti, over, wait for it, releasing music on the same day. Gucci felt disrespected and dropped diss tracks calling Yo Gotti a buster. Turns out Gotti had secretly dated Gucci's future wife, Keisha Cole, which Gucci took personally. Gucci then famously went off on Twitter, blasting everyone from Yo Gotti to Waka Flocka, accusing them of betrayal. Gucci was clearly spiraling. He'd lost it. His mental health deteriorated so badly that a judge ordered him into a psychiatric facility. Gucci even got that wild ice cream cone tattoo on his face during this unstable period. It was rock bottom. In March 2013, Gucci's scandal update got crazier when he smashed a champagne bottle over a soldier's head at a club, landing another aggravated assault charge. This was serious trouble. Police called Gucci dangerous, warning fans to stay away. Gucci's troubles kept stacking up until September 2013, when cops found him agitated and armed during a street altercation. After multiple felony weapons charges, Gucci was sentenced to 39 months in federal prison. But prison wasn't the end. It was actually a new beginning. Behind bars, Gucci Mane completely changed his life. He dropped 100 pounds, quit drugs, and got mentally sharp. When he was released in May 2016, fans couldn't even believe it was him. Gucci Mane's latest news exploded with wild rumors that he was actually cloned. His transformation was that shocking. Gucci laughed off the cloning rumors, calling it discipline. He'd cleaned up his diet, exercised obsessively, and focused on self-improvement. After all the drama, Gucci Mane hasn't seen a jail cell in over a decade. He's married, healthy, and focused on his music empire again. But what about the hidden secrets and scandalous details behind Gucci Mane's wild ride? Let's dig deeper. Did you know Gucci Mane once served 62 years probation? Yeah, that's not a typo, 62 years. It happened after the nightclub attack with a pool stick, proving Gucci wasn't your average rapper. He literally couldn't stay out of trouble long enough to finish any probation terms. And remember that infamous feud with Young Jeezy? The deadly robbery attempt on Gucci was no accident. The woman Gucci visited admitted she'd set him up, leading many to believe Jeezy was behind it. Gucci even addressed this publicly, implying Jeezy orchestrated the attack because their music beef had become personal. How about Gucci robbing his own friend over $400? After a heated fight, Gucci pulled up to his buddy's house, pointed a gun at him, took his cash, and drove off in his signature white Hummer. It's wild because Gucci was already rich, so why the petty robbery? It was about respect and power, something Gucci valued even above money. Here's another crazy fact. Gucci's violent streak even targeted a soldier. In 2013, a fan named James politely asked for a photo at a nightclub. Instead of posing, Gucci smashed a champagne bottle over his head, sending him to the hospital. Gucci was arrested again and labeled dangerous by cops. How wild is that? On top of the violence, Gucci Mane battled serious mental health problems. In 2011, a judge ordered him into a psychiatric hospital after numerous bizarre incidents. His face tattoo, the ice cream cone, happened around this time, symbolizing his self-described ice-cold approach to life. Later, Gucci admitted he regretted it deeply, calling it a spontaneous decision made during a dark period. And what about Gucci Mane's infamous Twitter meltdown? He accused his closest friends and allies, like Waka Flocka, of betrayal, burning bridges publicly. It wasn't just random beef. Gucci had actually sued Waka and his mom for millions, accusing them of fraud and stealing from his label. His closest friends turned enemies overnight. Finally, let's talk about Gucci Mane's biggest transformation, his stunning weight loss. Gucci dropped from nearly 300 pounds to a muscular 190 in prison. Fans thought he'd been cloned because he changed so dramatically. The truth. Gucci replaced drugs and alcohol with zucchini, cashews, and 130 ounces of water a day. It wasn't cloning, it was discipline, something Gucci proudly admits. Gucci Mane's story is insane, filled with scandal, violence, betrayal, and redemption. But it's also inspiring. From endless legal drama to becoming a disciplined success story, Gucci proves change is possible, even for the most troubled stars. What do you think? Was Gucci's beef with Jeezy the real turning point in his life? And does Gucci Mane deserve more credit for how much he's changed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed unraveling Gucci Mane's wild journey, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what comes next.